Okay, want to do a quick follow-up on settlements. I do have 4 settlements. It's easier to let me show you where I'm at than it is to explain it. So, and I'll try to make this one really quick. I know the other one was really long. Okay, so one of the other problems I had was combat pathing. And I believe that another person had posted something in, let me pause this real quick, in I believe it was in Rebuild All-in-One, where they had a crash due to combat pathing. I had the same thing. I had a combat pathing crash in Sanctuary when it come to a vertibird that was coming in. I had it in Starlight Drive-In, and then I had it in Red Rocket. I had none in Abernathy. I had none in Sunshine Tidings Co-op. Had none with that. None there. And I did use a transfer settlement there. So in this playthrough, I've just had a ghoul attack. It's night ghouls. It's SKK night ghouls. Love the mod. I had an attack came in. They were all killed over here in Red Rocket. So the bodies are laying about. There are no settlers in these settlements. Let me show you. So I did not have a combat crash, because at first I thought, okay, the problem is the attackers. The attackers are trying to get into where the turrets are, but the obstacles they're encountering are walls. So you cannot. It's not going to let them run through a wall. Strangely enough, Sturgis, the Concord 5, and the ghouls get stuck here. The Concord 5 got stuck here, like they're trying to walk through this, and I'm not sure if it's finding a crack. See, part of the problem in the pathing might be the fact that there's a crack. I don't know, and I don't know if it's looking at 2 objects where it basically did what they're calling a nav cut, but there's a gap between it. However, the gap isn't wide enough to get the NPC through. So it literally just it will literally just sit there and kind of run into the wall. And I noticed that the ghouls did the same thing here. They were all stuck in here for some strange reason. I don't think it was here. It might have been, yeah, it might have been here too. I'm not sure. But see, that's what I'm thinking the problem is. Because when it goes to find a path, it's looking for a path around something, but it's not actually gauging the distance between the object. Yes, there is a traceable path through these 2 objects in that gap right there. However, that gap is not big enough for an NPC to fit through, so they shouldn't even bother with it. Okay, so this one did just fine. Sanctuary did just fine. I've just they didn't actually breach the ghouls that attack Red Rocket did not breach into Red Rocket. Neither did the ghouls at Sanctuary. Now, it's not the actual layout and structure of the settlement isn't designed. It's really not complete. So Red Rocket is pretty much complete, but Sanctuary is not even close. So they could have breached inside the walls. The ghouls all attacked down in here, so most of them were down in this particular area I'm going to over here. So I don't think they even breached into it. I think they were... I think one of them must have like thrown something at that. I'm not sure. Uh-oh. I hear something. Okay, hang on one sec. Let's see if we can get... Let me see if we can kite this sucker in here. Oh my gosh, he's got like a helmet on or something. Did he go down finally? Okay. I'm not sure what that was, but you could hear him breathing. Oh, well, they did breach in. I didn't think they'd breach this far, but I guess they did. Well, there was no problem with combat pathing. It didn't crash at all. There's no errors whatsoever. So I'm beginning to think that the combat crashing has to do with the NPCs. No, not the settlers. I believe it's the settlers, because the settlers are spread out. Is that what I think it is? What is that? Okay, well, that really freaked me out. Alright, so I think it's the settlers. I believe the settlers are the ones that are triggering that. So that's what I was getting ready to show you to get some statistical data. Get away from me, Cara. Get away from me. Mr. Garvey, I do not want any more settlement. Needs my help stuff. Oh, and you can see there's still a problem with objects loading. See, because the platform did not load. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this, and let's do a real quick reload and see if this solved the problem. Because I actually ran to this cell. I didn't go to the cell and then save the game and then reload it. I actually ran directly to it. So let's see if this works. Yeah, see, that worked now. Okay, so somehow whenever you're you're transitioning between cells, they're not fully loading. But what I wanted to show you was there was an SS1 error that popped up, and I didn't think that belonged there because Workshop Framework I thought was SS2, although it might work with SS1 as well. I'm not an expert on this, but I wanted to make sure I tossed it your guys' way. So let me now. Oh, look at this! Check this out. See where I now all of a sudden see how this I cannot save. I am going to have to. I can exit my game and reload it, but now I cannot save because for some reason the game thinks that it is still saving, and I actually saved it back there and reloaded it. So there's no, and reloading is not going to help this. All right, but we're going to. So I guess what we'll do is let me go ahead and just exit out of this because there's no way to fix that. You can't reload the game. You can't do anything to fix it. Okay, so if you look over here, it is right here. This might be, I don't know if this is an IDEK thing. I'm going to have to de-highlight that because you can't really see it. See where it says enable to bind script, sim settlements, add-on script to ILS. I think that might be an IDEK. Maybe that's an IDEK script. I'm not sure. But I wanted to actually show you guys. This, if you look over here, where is it here? Where are we? Did it get rolled off already? Yeah, I think it already got rolled off. Let me refresh this real quick. Yeah, I think it got rolled off. I actually had something up here that had SS2 in it. So I think it got rolled off because I don't really see it. But there was an SS2 column which brought me to this. I'll go ahead and make a screenshot of this and copy and link it with the video, just in case it's something of any value. And this way, this way as I'm playing, I can go ahead and toss things your all's way that might be important. But I'm seriously thinking. See, it's got add-on pack. It's got an add-on pack here, and it's got add-on script and add-on pack, and then it's got add-on quest because their base types do not match. I'm not really sure what that is. And again, where it says property workshop K, should that be key? I'm not positive on a hollow tape quest, whatever that is. All right, so just wanted to document this for you guys. I'm going to throw it up, and then I'm going to have to reload my game. Well, I got to start it again, because that is a problem I have seen. I've seen that in my last playthrough, where for some strange combination of events, because as you saw, I saved my game, I reloaded it, and then all of a sudden, it didn't think, it somehow didn't flag the load as complete. So it thinks it's still loading when it isn't, and therefore I cannot save the game. It's like it's still stuck in a save menu or something, which is really, really weird. Could be all part of the same problem of, where objects aren't fully loading or being initialized. It could be all part of that. Just going to add another possibility to the mix, all right? I hope it helps, and like I said, holler if you need anything.